Even.
But it would be an even year.
Oh, we're not even on.
Yeah.
Even years.
So you would do, instead of 6, you would do a 5-year term.
Yeah.
You have the authority to extend or to shorten the lengths to make it jive under the statute.
So,
And by then you might not want a second term.
Anything's possible.
Very monthly meetings like this.
that ain't that bad.
Actually, this is what I like to see. I like to see people do.
All right, so how did you make that? Did you amend it?
We amended it to 6-year terms, and
We don't need to do this right now.
we don't have to clarify the dates at this point. Can we say election?
Well, I suppose we should. Let's just do it right now together. Figure it out.
All you have to do is eliminate, excuse me if I can interrupt you,
Yeah?
eliminate the plan part. You could adopt that as a separate resolution later.
Well, why don't we just fix it right now?
Well, you, go ahead.
So Brian's the first one, right? So let's deal with you first.
Okay.
So you could extend it
So
to
right now we're saying instead of 2021, we do it 2020.
right. You should go 2020. That would be your first next. And then your next one would be 2026.
And then 2020. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm looking at the last page. And what about St. B? Then what happens to
So what are we doing extended?
Because that would go away.
So do I go to 2018 then? Is that right? I go to 2018, right?
I think maybe you should.
I would think that would be correct.
Yeah, I gotta go to 2018. And then I come up in 2024. Okay? Then Lyle, you go to 20. Which way do you go, buddy? You go to 2020 or 2022?
Like you were too
It's 2020 you go with, right? Why goes to 2020? Then you go to 2026. Okay. Then CD comes in at 2016.
2016.
And then with that one, we have to stagger, right?
Yeah, that's going to be a 2-year.
To 2018.
So that'd be 2016 and 2022 for D.
I have to ask one of my guys.
Okay, that's fine. It'll work.
One of my guys.
And then you just gotta stagger the other one.
And then the other one would that be 20? Then after it extends out to 2018. So then 2018 and 2024. I think.
Right. 2018 and 2026.
So you and I, Lyle, are running on the same schedule, and then you, Rick, and E be on the same schedule. So D is the oddball.
D is the odd one out. And that's
Okay, let's make sure we're all on the same page here.
let somebody else do all this stuff.
Okay, you're going to be extended.
So I'm
Extended to 2020.
26.
So you got to get 2026. Rick, you want to 2018.
Or they want to bring it up first grade. And then 2020 or
16 and 22.
then we shifted one cycle.
He winds up at 16 and okay, because that's the end of
Oh, that's a good point. So he's got it, 6 to 2 before that. And he gets reelected until 2018.
Right. And then the most we have is two. It's just every time.
So are we comfortable with that?
Yeah, I like that. I just like synergy.
Did you cut out the word before on the last one?
Last one, finally resolved. Change 4-year to 6-year.
Yeah, great. Ray Brown.
Ray Brown, change 4 years, 6 years, the last one.
The bid finally resolved.
I don't know. One of these.
I'll just tell them about it.
We got this, let's double check our schedule here. Okay, we got you coming up in 2020, and 2026. All right, now we're coming up in 18, 20. I'm up at 2020, 2025, 2 years. And D, comes out, D and E both come up in 16.
So
But
he gets 6
D
years.
gets a 6-year term coming up in 2032.
And E, we're saying he comes back up to 18. And then goes 34.
Basically, my
So 8, so is 8, yeah, so 18, yeah, it would be yours, you know, if you don't
To make this,
then you'll say
I just got one small change.
Yeah.
The original term, they talked about was 2 years.
Okay.
Can we shift that?
Hey, don't forget to stop anybody. And we need help.
Okay, so basically you're saying T, you want 2016, but you're actually doing
Put down there. Some of us are not we got a meeting coming up Friday night at 7 o'clock. So if you want to stop by,
There's still an election.
at the door.
So they decide not to have it.
I know where the Doyle Field is. I've been there.
Stop by, be glad to have you.
Right next to the big water tower.
Very good. Do you want to ask them if they want to come back in, or?
All right, I think we're we ready to make our decision?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We're good. So we've got our amendments.
Okay, so,
Do we need to legally add in what we just figured out for these seat amounts into our amendment?
we'll get you a copy of our scribbles here.
That would be nice.
Okay.
You got the
I'll
copy
read
all
these
warmed up.
kind of for the record and for all the people. Is everyone in here that wants to be in here?
I think.
Looks like we lost a few. There are a few left.
I think they were satisfied with the
I
progress.
need a drink. I don't even drink.
Rick,
you and I both go out. Let's
I need to start drinking.
So,
Right into the 3-2 beer there.
As little hair as you do.
Okay, guys, hold down.
okay, so the motion is to,
I mean, you still.
okay, we had a motion to approve it as presented, which is 4-year terms, even numbered Novembers. Okay? You made an amendment to go to stay with 6-year terms,
Brian.
I did.
Brian.
or you did, okay.
It's his motion, so
It was his motion, is that correct, Laura?
Yeah, Rick seconded for discussion, he amended it to Rick's
To amend
6-year
the
term
6-year term.
and to the dates that we're waiting for.
Yes.
Okay. Now, we have adjusted the chart on the back of Mr. Millison's motion, and what we have agreed on here, I think, going with seat A. Okay, Mr. Bryan was just elected this past March. He will be up for re-election in November of 2020. Mr. Keller will be up for election in 2018, is that correct?
Yep.
2018. Okay, and just to refresh, Mr. Seacon up for election 2020, and then again in 2026. Mr. Keller in 2018 and 2024. I will also be up for election in 2020 and 2026. Seat D and E, which are both vacant at this point. Seat D, which will be filled next month, will be up for re-election in 2016 for a 6-year term, coming up for re-election in 2022. Seat E, to get staggered in, will be up for election again in 2018.
Will it be 16 first?
Yeah, 16 first. Yeah, D and E will be up in 16. And seat E will be up in 2018, at which point seat D will be elected to a 6-year term coming up again in 2024 at the same time that Mr. Keller is up. Seat D, after being elected in 2016, will be up in 2022.
We already covered that.
Yeah.
Yeah, seat and seat E will be 2016, then 2018 will be that interim to adjust the board schedule.
Oh.
Then 2024.
Mr. Chair?
Wait a minute, I'm missing one question when I start this out. What am I missing here?
I don't know, I got mine right.
Then let's adopt Rick's.
What did I tell you?
16 and 21.
So I can't hear Rick.
And the way that works
Okay.
out, then there's only two come up every year, or every cycle.
So seat E
Except
is
one
is-
time,
No.
every third cycle, you have one come up, right?
Year and a half. But E.
I believe so.
No, I can't have, right?
1, 2, and 2 every 2
Right,
years.
it's gonna be 1, 2, 2, not 2, 2, 2, 2. That's ridiculous.
So that's what I did.
No, but I think the reason it's off is because we've got the 2 new people and there's the interim,
Yeah.
election.
Yeah, there's an interim line.
So after that
Right.
cycle, I think
Then
that
it will
becomes
work.
more.
Basically, you have 2 seats.
Yeah. Yeah.
D for Dan.
Yeah.
And now you're on, which makes more sense.
Oh, no, wait, no, you are right.
Yeah, there's gotta be
Because
one
the
in there.
2020, is that oddball.
The oddball one is going to be.
Which is one.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, well, every third.
Okay,
So you got even though you're 6 years. Thank you. Yeah. Good job.
That's cool.
Good job.
Yeah, and we got that'll come on, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay. So,
All right.
we're all clear on that. So this is the amendment, we're voting on the amendment for the 6 years in the term. The way we've got that.
Okay, so we're just voting on our amendment right now.
Yeah, just the amendment. The
Friendly amendment.
The friendly amendment.
The friendly
Just the
amendment.
amendment. Okay, I'll second. Or I'll vote. Are you ready? When are you going to
I
vote?
think we're ready for the vote.
You seconded,
You seconded, we've
no.
been a long discussion on it.
Yeah.
I'll call about all those in favor of the 6-year term and the schedule that we have laid out for seats A, B, C, D, and E. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Here you go.
Okay.
Okay, that's passed.
And then the odd.
Now it's,
Yeah.
now we're back to
And,
D.
we also need to
Oh,
have an
yes.
amendment, we have an amendment at the very, thank you, Mr. Mills, for pointing that out, by the way. On the very last line of the
Page
last page, which is the back page of the resolution, where it says, be it finally resolved, and we'll just skip through the, shall be elected, it says for a 4-year term, we're gonna change that to 6. That's a motion.
I second that.
Second that. Is that understood?
Yep.
Wait. All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And other than that, so,
And I still think we need to turn it over to Peter. And we'll make sure we didn't do anything wrong.
Do you have to vote on the amended resolution?
Right,
Yes, we now have to
we've
vote.
just now voted on 2 amendments, and we'll now vote on the entire
Resolution.
amended resolution, which will,
And did you vote on the from odd to even?
Yeah.
Okay.
that's
That's what we're doing.
the major
Okay.
gist of the entire
Okay.
thing is, what we changed was going to 6-year, and then amending the terms, and we'll have to figure out which paragraph that goes into and get the dates in the right spots
Okay.
in the text. We just figured it out on the chart on the back. Okay. And we'll review that for accuracy for the clerk. Okay.
And you need to get rid of that first page.
Yes, we need to get rid of the last page.
Yeah, that was.
Well, that's not the resolution.
That's not part of the
That's
resolution.
the letter.
That's an introductory letter.
Yeah.
So,
Extraneous language.
so we have a motion to approve resolution 2015-06 as amended. And we have a second. Is there any further discussion?
I hope not. I don't think so.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
We're making
So-
progress tonight.
You're not done yet, though.
No, we're not done.
Yeah, that's a lot of comments.
All right, so. Okay, we have too much paper here. Now, okay, so that's done. Item number 8 on the agenda is treasurer comments. Do you have anything to add, Stephanie?
Pretty quiet back there.
You've been great. Which is your nature.
We still have money?
The
answer is no.
So, hearing none. Laura, do you have any comments?
No.
We'll be contacting Peter tomorrow, right?
Does Laura have a report of who filed?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. Supervisor comments, Mr. Keller.
All right, there's several things I need to comment on. Try and keep it as quickly as possible. One, the guys are doing the grading and fixing the rigger field, which you guys know about the field, but you don't know about the grading. We're going to try as much as possible to have when they're grading locally. We've got a packer. We're going to try and pack the roads when we grade them, try and get them to hold up better. As you know, the frost finally going on Hemingway, so the frost boils are going down. So those of you who choose to take the shortcut and go back to
They also
race
dumped a
it down
bunch
anyway.
of recycled blacktop / concrete into that a few months back too. Yeah.
Yeah. Spoke with the guys many times throughout the week. One of the things that the other thing that they're working on right now too, we picked up a compressor, which you didn't know that was for doing crack sealing. They've taken it apart. They're running it up to Harris to get some sandblasting done on it, so we can get some paint on it, so it looks a little better. Wiring infield. What else is going on with the guys? I want to forget anything. I told you about May 5th for needing grass, and then we got the sprinklers. So I think that should be it.
Okay. Brian.
I don't have a lot other than just to update everyone with, we were talking about Rieger Field, and that's Rick's project, but I was getting a little bit involved because I know some people. So we did get, I've got a guy that works with me on a regular basis that does trenching, and actually his specialty is irrigation, so it worked out really good. He came down and met with us, I met with Rick, and I didn't know what the budget was for that, and he's a really straight shooter of a guy, and well, we found out it was $1,000, you know, because he said the average field is about $15,000 to do it. And so he I thought, well, maybe we can have him do some trenching or something, that's it. And he went through the numbers and he said, I'll be out tomorrow, it'll be done. I think that worked out great. I think everyone was happy. Carrie too, because he didn't have to do all that work. And he had about $1,000 of material, I believe he said he was going to bring back to Winnick. So I think we came out really good on that. And now he's going to, I think, continue on.
Back to Menards.
Or Menards, okay. And then I'm going to work on the electrical part. I'll get on that before the next meeting and get something put together. Because we might need a booster pump on that. I don't know, we're going to have to talk to him. Because we might not have enough supply. It's a long way to the fire hall.
Yeah, but it's a 2-inch line.
Yeah, it's just, but you got friction and loss, and I don't know. But if we need it, we might have to put a booster pump in that system. But it should be automated, for sure. I mean, that's crazy about their turning valves out every day.
Right.
So, yeah, I'll work on that, and no road report or anything, so that's about all good.
Okay, before it escapes my mind, Ms. Millis, can you email our clerk your resolution that we just amended in like Word document form?
Yes.
And then she can do the changes that we put in, and then we can just email that Word document to Peter, because if we scan it, it's
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I have been, besides talking with Peter on items and stuff, trying to keep us out of a lawsuit regarding a road issue, and I think I've got that resolved finally. So other than that, also the Hemingway rebuild project. We got the final plan. Did you get that printed out for Carrie today?
No,
So
Monday.
okay, Monday. Okay, so he'll have he's got a chance to look at that, and we should have the final on that. We should be ready to put that out for bids. We'll probably adopt the final plan from our engineer at our staff meeting in May and get it out for bids so we can get it done yet this summer. They will do, just to give you an idea how massive that project is, we're basically going to tear up every chunk of gravel from 339th down to the blacktop right here. There's all kinds of bad base under it. Redo the base, reestablish the gravel, put in concrete culverts under it, establish a good shoulder on this side of the road, and are actually on both sides of the road. And we're going to realign it so it's a straight line from blacktop to blacktop. So that will be a fairly massive undertaking, and the numbers we're looking at are in excess of $300,000 on that. So hopefully they'll come in closer to that number. Other than that, I call your attention to upcoming dates. Short course Thursday this week. The entire board is going over to the legal short course. Stephanie, Laura, everyone.
What time are we going to meet here?
I'm going separate because I'm going as a MAT director, and I have to be there at 7:30. For you guys, registration starts at 8. The actual session starts at 8:30.
7 o'clock, we should
Be here by 7.
Yeah, because it's a little over an hour drive, and that's jogging all the way coming back towards Elk River.
Yes.
Do you remember how to get there, Laura? Or
Yeah.
whoever's-
We can
We want to get us down river.
take the deal like it's fixed now.
My sister lives there, so we can get down river. What, you know where it is now, Laura?
I've seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gotta be out
it's in
on a
the
one-way.
single, you know,
I know where it is.
you see the sign, and then you take the exit and kind of loop around.
You can go in there.
We'll make it.
Till the meeting, so yeah.
Okay, so that's this Thursday. Parks coming up next week, Monday the 28th.
Right.
Cato's the
Wednesday.
Cato's the 29th. Yeah, Parks is Tuesday. That's correct.
Okay.
Cato on the 29th. Board of Appeal and Equalization on the 30th.
Right.
I am out of town both those days, so both of you guys should be here for Board of Appeals.
One trained and one untrained.
Yes. Special election coming up May 5th, staff meeting May 11th, planning commission on the 13th. Recycle day on May 14th, right here, and that is.
We are looking for volunteers to help us on recycle day. My back is getting older and older, and my tires are getting heavier and heavier. So anybody wants to come out and help carry tires, refrigerators.
What age are you? I just want to clarify. So if I'm older than you.
I don't know. You want to go there?
I just thought I'd lighten the mood with a little stress.
Okay, well, then we got the public hearing for the North Star here on the 30th.
That is correct, yeah. There's a public hearing for the North Star Solar Project, which is 1,100 acres, if I recall.
Yep.
Technically, the location is in North Branch, but the public hearing is going to be held by the PUC. That's on the 30th, the same day of the Board of Appeal and Equalization. Is that at 7 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, so same time.
Same time.
Board of Appeal will be in this room. Typically, we'll have a handful of people here. Does everyone understand what Board of Appeal and Equalization is?
If you want your taxes changed.
Right.
You don't like your taxi, you come yell at us.
No.
Too bad.
It's not your taxes.
Oh, your valuation.
If you think the little letter or postcard that you got from the county stating your property for this tax year is valued at X number of dollars, if you think that number is too big, you can come here.
Or too small.
They
always go for that.
I haven't seen anybody like that yet. But
Mr. Keller
I would
and
recommend that
Mr.
you.
Seacon will be here, along with representative from the appraiser's office. The county appraiser will be here. And I will state the Board of Appeals I've said it on, he is very courteous. For example, if you were not there when he drove by and he saw you put up a new pole barn, he presumes your pole barn has a concrete floor in it. And if you say, no, come on, look at it, it's a dirt floor, he will adjust the value down. But if he missed something that you improved on, he will also take it up too. So be very cautious when you invite him to come out. But he's very fair and accurate. State law requires that he be within 10% of actual market value. So
countywide.
yeah, that's a countywide average. So, and he's generally pretty accurate in justifying what he has had. But if he's missed something or overvalued due to some feature that he presumed you had and he didn't have access to the building, he will certainly adjust it accordingly. And if you do not like his appeal, you are also welcome to appeal his or her denial of that to the county board, which meets, I don't have the exact date, but it's sometime.
About a month from now.
Okay, as I mentioned, I will not be here on the 29th or the 30th. I will be in Washington, D.C. performing my duties as map director, arguing with somebody in the federal House or Senate about generally things that they do that mandate that we do something and they don't give us the funds to do it with. It's generally the way that happens. But there's a couple things that need attention, and I was selected by the head of MAP to go along with a few other directors.
Is that what they call an unfunded director?
I'm under mandate.
No, he's funding me to do this trip.
No, I mean
I upfront the money to buy the airplane ticket, that kind of stuff, but I get reimbursed with it. Well, no, unfunded mandates are one of the big things that townships as nationwide, and we successfully fought off one, and it took us several years when the reflectivity standards came down. We were given a very short timeline to do that. It would have cost every township in the state literally tens of thousands of dollars per township to do that, because they said all your signs have to meet this standard by this date. They removed that date and given us the flexibility to, as you replace the signs that need replacing, the new signs meet these standards. So we were somewhat successful in that. So other than that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that motion.
We stand adjourned.
Laura, are you going to announce who filed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That's right.
You were so quiet back there. We couldn't leave you out.
You were this close.
Somewhere in here.
You showed them that to me at the beginning of the
I
meeting.
know,
or
they have a
before.
million forms here. There we go. Okay, supervisor seat D, we have Daniel B. Hoffman and Ray Brown. Supervisor seat E, we have Carolyn Cagle and Kurt Retcher.
Okay.
So,
And-
two names on each one.
I was just gonna say, there's gonna be a Meet the Candidates gathering at the Stacy Lyons Park at 2 o'clock on Sunday. The Citizens for Lent that were set that up. So if the candidates want to come there and people want to come talk to them, we'll have a little chat.
All right. We are adjourned. You're free to go.
Yeah.